Hello everybody and welcome to the Kansas Speedway for the NASCAR Xfinity Series Kansas Lottery 300 here in the Xfinity Series playoff opener in the round of 12 here in the Heartland in Kansas. It is Sheldon Creed on the pole position on the inside lane alongside Cole Custer, who of course made the playoffs without winning a race and almost won last week in Bristol. So you're green and underway here in Kansas. Who is going to get the win? It is Sheldon Creed and Cole Custer side by side for the race C as they go down to turn one for the first time. Behind them you have Sammy Smith and Justin Allgaier, as well as Parker Kligerman in the 48 and the 19 of Eric Almirola, your first three rows of the field. A lot of playoff drivers here at the front. Creed, Custer side by side for the race lead. Sammy Smith trying to make something happen behind them. Of course, Sammy Smith, the first driver out of the playoffs on points, just didn't quite have enough there at the end of the regular season to make it in, but he's having a great start to this race, running up in third place. But it's Sheldon Creed who is around Cole Custer, and Creed is clear for the race lead on the opening lap of racing here in Kansas, trying to drive away with the lead. As it is Creed leading the opening lap, Custer in second, Sammy Smith battling him for that position, Brandon Jones behind them in fourth, of course, a multi-time former Kansas winner in his days with Joe Gibbs Racing, which are, of course, coming back next season. And, Ryan Ellis there almost got turned by the 45 of Brad Perez. They save it and continue some intense three-ride racing here back further in the back. You see the 97, Shane Van Gisbergen and Connor Zillish struggling early in this race at the mid-pack area, trying to work their way forward. Same thing with Austin Hill, Josh Williams, not getting the track position they were looking for today. As Custer now drops way back as he had a bad corner. Here comes Allmendinger, Sieg, Allgaier on the charge, but it is Sheldon Creed leading over Sammy Smith. As now we want to 4 to go in stage one, and SVG is about to get lapped by Sheldon Creed, and Josh Williams is right there in front of him. Two of your championship contenders in danger of going a lap down. Josh Williams blocks Creed, getting aggressive into turn one, going by the 35 of Carson Ware, doing what he has to do to stay on the lead lap and avoid that 18 of Creed, as Van Gisbergen has fallen a lap down. That's going to be detrimental to SVG's hopes of advancing into the round of 8 in these Xfinity Series playoffs, but he knows he still has the Charlotte Roval at the end of this round, where he might have to end up winning if he doesn't run well. Now here comes Josh Williams trying to hold off Sheldon Creed. 2 to go in stage one. Creed on the bumper of Williams as they go into turn one. Creed to the inside. Williams trying to block. Contact made. Josh Williams and Creed make contact. Williams gets shoved out of the way, and he will fall a lap down, joining SVG, and now they will both fight for position, trying to be the first car lap down, but it's actually Anthony Alfredo in that position right now, ahead of both of these drivers as they are struggling early here in Kansas, but it is all Sheldon Creed here in Kansas on the last lap of stage one. He has led every single lap and is looking to get a statement third win of the season and lock himself in the round of 8 to say he's here to contend for this championship, and that all those second place finishes he's had throughout his career will not define him as he's catching up. Now the 88 of Connor Zillish is the next car to get lapped. Zillish better start running away here. Looks like Zillish will be okay to hang on as the caution light is out now. As they come across the start-finish line, it will be Sheldon Creed dominating and winning stage one here in Kansas. Cole Custer is second, Justin Allgaier third, Brandon Jones fourth, and Ryan Sieg rounds out your top 5, followed by Sammy Smith, Parker Kligerman, Corey Heim, AJ Allmendinger, and Austin Hill the top 10. So lots of playoff drivers getting points. Hill, Allmendinger, Kligerman, Brandon Jones, Allgaier, Custer, and of course your stage winner Creed, who gains the all-important playoff point. As we get ready to get back underway here on lap number 61, it is Creed and Custer. Allgaier behind on the front row. We go green to the line, but we're slowing down. There's trouble behind us. I think a caution has come out. There's some sort of issue, and there's Riley Earps is driving through the grass. Something happened here on the restart. That is the 10 of Daniel Dye, who is completely destroyed as he phased together with DiBenedetto, and it completely killed the engine on Daniel Dye's car. A typical NR2003 glitch will knock Daniel Dye out of this race here in Kansas. He is out alongside DiBenedetto. Disappointing for Daniel Dye in that 10 car. He's had some really strong runs this year. Going to be full-time in that car next year. Just some bad luck knocks him out of the race today alongside DiBenedetto. Now it's Creed still dominating here on lap 90, but here comes the 39 of Ryan Sieg, who is one of the best drivers to miss the playoffs, is now competing for victory here in Kansas. Goes underneath Creed, and he will take the lead away. How about that? Ryan Sieg to the lead here in Kansas. Cole Custer through to second now. Creed has dropped down to third as Sieg had help there from his teammate of Blaine Perkins. And now Creed is back out front here on lap number 116. A bit of a pit cycle beginning here at the end of stage 2. Creed now in for his scheduled green flag pit stop here at the end of stage 2. Creed comes down. The question is, where will he cycle out? Custer comes in from second. Sammy Smith comes in from third. And that'll leave the 9 of Brandon Jones to cycle out to be your race leader here in Kansas with just a few to go in the stage. The 9 and leading this race. Brandon Jones, of course, like I mentioned before, a former Kansas winner of the Xfinity Series for JGR, one of his best racetracks, and this could get him in a good point spot to try to fight his way through to the round of 8, where he has, of course, been many a time before, but has fallen short of the championship for it. 2022, he did make it, though. As now here comes Brandon Jones coming in for his scheduled green flag pit stop in that Menards Chevrolet. Kligerman going to stay on the racetrack, and Parker Kligerman and the 48 in his final season of full-time competition. The Xfinity Series cycles out to the race lead here late in stage 2, right on the bumper of Connor Zilch. A few laps later, here comes Ryan Sieg to unlap himself in the 39, which he will do. Creed looking to do the same as they go to turn 4 here. This time by is going to be, I believe, the last lap of the stage, or maybe I think 2 to go in stage 2. Parker Kligerman, if he can stay out here at the end of the stage, he's going to trap everyone a lap down except for Ryan Sieg, and more than likely Sheldon Creed if he can unlap himself here, which the 18 is going to try to do, but Creed is just going to stay behind Kligerman as they go into 3 and 4, and now makes the move to the inside lane. Creed goes by unlapping himself, getting back in the game. As now it's going to be the last lap of the stage, this time by for Parker Kligerman. A brilliant strategy call by his crew chief, Patrick Donahue, and that team, the 48 machine for Big Machine Racing. They have put together a great strategy call here. Late in stage 2 is going to get Parker Kligerman more than likely a playoff point in 10 stage points, which is huge for his cause to try to advance the round of 8. Remember, last season, Parker Kligerman won at the Charlotte Roval after missing the playoffs, so if he would have been in last season, he would have made the round of 8, and he's got a shot now as Kligerman comes out of turn 4 with a great strategy call. Parker Kligerman wins stage 2 here in Kansas. You see Custer coming through a lap down in 4th, followed by Allgaier in 5th. Sammy Smith comes home in 6th. Jesse Love 7th. Brandon Jones in 8th, followed by Austin Hill and Corey Heim 9th and 10th. Of course, Sieg and Creed were the back end of the lead lap, coming home in 2nd and 3rd as they make their way through. So Creed still having a very strong day, getting 18 stage points racked up for the number 18, including a playoff point. Right up there, him and Custer seem to have 2 strong cars, so they're going to stage right now. Back underway here, Custer and Allgaier. Look at all these guys in front of your race leaders, all trying to get back on the lead lap. Almost like 80% of the field is in front of Ryan Sieg, Sheldon Creed, Kligerman, your leaders. So what we're going to do here is going to throw a yellow to get most of these guys back on the lead lap. Obviously, a more compelling story race, you know, all that kind of stuff. So, you know, playing a little bit of Mickey Mouse yellow, but whatever, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do to get some entertaining racing. Here's now Creed is the leader, but look at him, he's starting laps. He's lapped Chandler Smith. The 81 is trapped. A lap down, that is Chandler Smith, as well as Taylor Gray. Eric Almirola will just hang on to the lead lap as Creed leads him back to the caution flag. And behind us as contact around goes to 07. Patrick Emmerling into the outside wall, collecting Brad Perez. In the 45, under yellow, the 92 of Nathan Bird just turns. Sorry, the 92 is Dawson Cram, that is. Turns Patrick Emmerling up and collects Brad Perez. Caution was already out. And so there you have it. A wild start to stage number 2. And now as we get back underway on the restart is Parker Kligerman alongside Jesse Love. The top 4 have a huge gap to the rest of the field as Love, Kligerman, Connor Zilish, and Austin Hill. So how about the 88 is Zilish, almost a lap down at the end of stage 1. Now we're in contention for the lead. Here comes Connor Zilish, the 18-year-old, having another impressive performance today here in Kansas, running up inside the top 5, fighting for this victory, as it is Parker Kligerman, though, clear for the race lead, driving away from fellow Chevrolet playoff driver Jesse Love, as Kligerman leads it here in this final stage of racing. Now we move on to about 41 to go this time by. It is still, now Kligerman has now lost the lead. It's now Jesse Love in the race. He's got around Kligerman. Now Love now under fire from Cole Custer later in this run, coming to 33 to go, and now Custer takes the lead here in Kansas. Can Cole Custer, the defending series champion in real life, finally get his first win of the season in our universe here? And no better spot to do it than the opener of the playoffs. I would lock him into the round of 8 be redemption for last season and put himself in a great spot to win this race as Custer driving away with the race lead. Now just 4 laps to go. It is still Cole Custer leading, driving away with the win, it looks like, here in Kansas, barring any cautions, and then things would get interesting as Custer catching up to the lap car of Joey Gase up ahead. He's got a comfortable gap back to Sheldon Creed in second, and there's this checkup of him. There's a Ryan Ellis car is stopped on the apron. The 43 has blown an engine, and that will trigger a caution. And that means, ladies and gentlemen, in the playoff opener, we are going to have overtime, as it is Custer leading, and he will have to fend off the field on an overtime restart when he had this race in the bag. Here we go. NASCAR overtime from Kansas Speedway in the playoff opener. Custer and Creed, the front rows, we are back underway. Can Custer finish the job and get the win for the first time this season, or can Sheldon Creed cap off what was a dominating start to this race with his 3rd win of this season, or can Parker Kligerman, the 48, with a big run to the inside, Kligerman to second? Could he finish a day that has had brilliant strategy, gotten him a stage win, and could he shock the playoffs and lock himself into the round of 8? He's got a shot at Custer now. It is Kligerman in second, chasing down the 0-0 of Cole Custer. White flag in the air. Final lap presented by Credit One Bank here in Kansas for Stone Cold Custer, looking to get the victory and lock himself in the round of 8. He's got heat from Parker Kligerman right there behind him, who almost, he's got a run on him. Does he go to the inside lane? Not quite. Kligerman just didn't have enough momentum. Custer shut the door on him, and they go into 3 and 4 for the final time. Custer blocking Kligerman all the way through turn 3. On the exit of turn 4, Kligerman's got a shot, but he's going to run out of time. Cole Custer wins in Kansas. He will advance to the round of 8 in the playoffs with his 15th career Xfinity win, getting it done here, dominating the final stage. Cole Custer, your winner in Kansas. Stone Cold gets it done, defeats Kligerman, who comes home in second. Jesse Love, Creed, Austin Hill, the top 5. What a finish. Connor Zilish in 6th. Ryan Sieg in 7th. A great run there, but Cole Custer wins it here in Kansas, his first win of the season, and no better time than the opener of the playoffs, locking himself into the round of 8. Now here are your official final race results from Kansas. Of course, a lot of playoff drivers at the front of the field, and top 5 all in the playoffs. Custer the winner, Kligerman second, great run for him. Jesse Love third, Creed comes up short in 4th. Austin Hill gets a good top 5. How about Connor Zilish, best non-playoff driver, in 6th. The 18-year-old continues to impress. More playoff drivers, Allmendinger, Brandon Jones, 7th and 8th. Allgaier comes home with a top 10 finish, a lap down. Sammy Smith gets a solid run in 9th for your second best non-playoff driver. Then, of course, Chandler Smith, not the run he wanted today, coming home 16th. Same thing for Riley Erbst in 18th, and then Josh Williams in 21st, and Shane Van Gisbergen in 27th. Those couple of playoff drivers not getting the runs they were looking for today. Is actually your updated playoff grid now with 2 races remaining in the round of 12 before we cut the field down to 8. Is, of course, Custer advanced with the victory. Sheldon Creed and Austin Hill with a solid 20-point buffer to the cut line. Chandler Smith, Kligerman, Allgaier, double digits to the good right now. Jesse Love only +3 above the cut line. AJ Allmendinger on the cut line, 2 points above Brandon Jones for that final spot in, and then behind him it is rough territory. Riley Erbst, 20 points below the cut line. Josh Williams and Van Gisbergen tied at 28 below the cut line. Almost must-win scenario already. SVG probably already looking towards the Roval as his opportunity. Riley Erbst and Josh Williams got to be thinking next week in Talladega is their shot to get in as well. So we'll see how that goes. Talladega is going to be crazy. And as always, right before we end the episode, I want to give a shout out to my channel members, Brenda Breen and Jeremy Isley. I appreciate your support. It means a lot and helps us to continue doing great things on this channel. So if any of you want to become channel members as well, you can click the join button or click the link down in the description down below. You can get access to many exclusive perks. There's early access to my videos, your name on a paint scheme in the Heat 5 Season 3 finale, and much, much more. So until the next episode, I hope you all have a good one.